Hi, welcome to my channel. This is Venky. Today I would like to share some of the facts about the moon, especially break the mystery around the dark side of the moon. But before we get in there, let's try to understand the different phases of the moon first. Let's assume for some time that the black ball is the sun, the blue ball is the earth, and the red ball is the moon. We all have been learning from the childhood that the moon revolves around the earth while the earth revolves around the sun. All good. The lunar cycle starts with the new moon. At this point, the moon is in between the sun and the earth, and we all know that the moon roughly moves 13 degrees every day. As the moon starts going around the earth, the light from the sun falls on the right hand side of the moon, and what we see from earth at this point is the crescent of the moon, which we call the new moon or the new moon phase. As the moon keeps going around the earth, it starts receiving more light from the sun, and then it reaches a phase, and this phase is now called the full moon phase. Reason being, the moon now receives the light completely from the sun. And watch this. If the earth hides the moon at this stage, it goes like this, then this is what is called the lunar eclipse. The moon continues its revolution around the earth. As it keeps moving, the light from the sun that falls on the moon starts fading away slowly as the moon enters back its original position. Now watch this. The moon is once again aligned with sun and the earth, and this phase is called the no moon phase. Reason being, the light from the sun at this phase falls on the other side of the moon, and this is the reason why you don't get to see the moon from the earth. And watch this as well. The dark side of the moon receives light now. We saw the basics of the moon. All good. Now the question that should arise is, if the moon is revolving around the earth, then why is that we don't get to see all sides of the moon? Why we don't get to see the dark side of the moon? What is mysterious here? Well, the fact is that the moon also rotates as it revolves around the earth. Okay? The moon is spinning as it revolves. Then why is that still we don't get to get a 360-degree view of the moon from the earth? What is mysterious here? The fact is, to complete one rotation, the moon takes the same amount of time that it takes to complete one revolution around the earth. Interesting. Now I've drawn a red line around the moon, that's just to make the spinning of the moon more apparent. Of course, the earth spins too, but let's keep it still for the moment to simplify the discussion. If the moon just, revolves and rotates around the earth, then we usually get a full 360 degree of the moon, full 360-degree view of the moon, no hidden sides. But it doesn't happen so. Now watch this. This is what it looks like if the moon just rotates at the speed of revolution of around the earth. Watch this. It goes like this. From vertical to horizontal, back here, horizontal, back to vertical, right? So you must have observed that this is the reason we ever get to see just one side of the moon from the earth. But why? Why is the speed of rotation and revolution of the moon is always the same? The side that we see from the earth is called the near side of the moon. I've indicated it as NS here, and the side that we don't get to see from the earth is called the FS, the far side of the moon. But why we don't get to see the far side of the moon? Well, no coincidence. Let me try to give you a quick explanation as to why the moon exactly spins as fast as it revolves. We all know that the Earth's gravity becomes weaker with increasing distance. Now the moon is thousands kilometers wide. So the near side of the moon actually experiences a significant stronger gravity than the far side of the moon. Okay, and you can see that the center of gravity of moon is not same as the center of mass. The moon's center of gravity is a point upon which all of Earth's gravity appears to act. If Earth's gravity acted uniformly across the moon, then the center of gravity of the moon would be the same as the center of mass, which is the average point of the mass of all atoms of the moon. But because the Earth's gravity is stronger on the near side of the moon, the center of gravity of the moon is shifted towards the Earth. The moon's center of gravity can be considered as a point upon which the Earth tilts. If the moon rotates faster or slower, the center of gravity is lifted away. Right? So what happens if the center of gravity is lifted away? This is what it looks like. We have Earth here. This is what it looks like if the center of gravity is pulled away and it is pulled back. The Earth would apply what we call a torque that would bring back the center of gravity of the moon right below its center of mass. This is what is preventing moon from rotating faster or slower, something like this. The center of gravity is pulled away, the Earth pulls it back down. Keep it simple, no? It goes away, the Earth pulls it back down. So, the moon can only rotate so fast because the Earth doesn't let it do otherwise. As a consequence, the moon rotates only once for every revolution, and that is why we don't get to see the dark side of the moon. We always get to see only one side of the moon ever. No mystery. If you like the video, if you find it informative, please subscribe and hit the like button. Thank you.